You ain't from LA if you ain't on LARAPTV. West Coast.
This is LARAPTV.
Inglewood Central.
This is LARAPTV.
West LA. Long Beach. Carson. Gardena.
LARAPTV.
What's the deal? What's the deal? You already know what time it is. It's your boy Jinx. We got another episode of It's Gonna Be There podcast. We got a special guest. Somebody from the West Coast, somebody from the city that's been doing their thing for a long motherfucking time. You feel me? And that's been killing this shit. We got a lot of shit to talk about. We got a lot of history together. We got a lot of shit going on. We gonna dive into all that shit. So without further ado, got my boy Young Jinx in the building. What's the deal, bro?
Yeah. You already know, man. First and foremost, shout out to Genius, man. Shout out to It's Gonna Be There podcast. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to LARAPTV. You know what I'm saying? In the building. I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do it, man. What's the deal with it?
All right, before we start this podcast, this episode is sponsored by LARAPTV. Now, this is one of our new sponsors. This is somebody that's killing the game right now for the city, that's doing great things. So y'all gonna start seeing a lot more of them and what they got going on. So shout out to LARAPTV.
Yes, sir.
So first off, how's your mental health? How you been? How's everything been going for you?
Oh, man, I can't complain, man. As long as I get to wake up every day, I'm blessed.
Talk your talk. All right, let's talk about your early childhood. What got you into music? What was some of your influence and shit that made you want to rap?
I mean, musically, I would say people like DJ Quick.
Okay. Okay.
Mossberg.
Okay. City legends.
Tupac.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Okay. Let me ask you a random question. What's your fears? What's something that keep you up at night, if anything?
What's my fear?
Yeah.
Shit.
These are random questions, by the way.
No, that's all love. I ain't gonna lie, shit, man. I would say shit. Being deceived by some sucker niggas or some sucker shit. Being involved in sucker shit. That's my fear, because at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we all gotta fear something. You know, the Most High.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? The Most High is like kind of like the ultimate fear.
Okay. Or
whatever you believe in. If you got a religion, you know, the Most High is what you fear. But in the same time, dealing with life and the real life that we living in, I'm fearing like being taken out by some sucker niggas, some sucker shit, being involved. Yeah. I can't do it. That's a fact.
That's a fact. I know me and you got a lot of history. Been on each other for a long time. And I just want to let the people know that I only interview people that I respect, people that I admire, and people that's doing their thing. You know, and for me, sitting back watching it, you know, I caught on, I guess, a little early, but I guess a little late at the same time, because you've been doing this shit for a minute. But when I caught on, I remember when I caught on, it was the Lil Wayne era and shit. When we was in high school, and you used to always, you know, recording. Like, he was one of the first niggas I known in the city that was doing music that I actually knew before that shit was even cool and popular to do. Tell me what made you get into it that early, or what made you like want to rap? 'Cause I know for sure like you were probably one of the influences in the city as far as style, as far as rap and cadence, and somebody that was well known in the city way before, like I said, it was cool to be from the city. You was kind of one of the first ones, the pioneers that started that shit, that probably don't get the credit that you deserve.
Man, appreciate it, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That shit mean a lot, bro. But what really got me into it, I would say, I don't know, bro. That's really a trick question. I really can't like pinpoint how like I got into it like that. But I just remember, like, you know what I'm saying, being with my relatives, you know what I'm saying, and going over my people's house and shit like that, and being on some cousin shit, like regular cousin shit, you know what I'm saying, with my relative. And then you know, he just being the person he is, you know, very computer savvy, right? You know what I'm saying, knowing how to do things that niggas didn't know how to do. So, you know, he ended up learning how to record us on sound recorder, right? You know what I'm saying, some shit called sound recorder back in the day. You know what I'm saying, we had a computer mic and we just record, you know what I'm saying, off of industry instrumentals or whatnot. So, you know, I really just got into it just being with my rally, man, and, you know, we just figured this shit out.
All right, cool. We got a fan question. Like, my show is kind of random. That shit really be off about anything We got a fan question, and I asked a few of my people that I know, and they wanted to know, you shot the video in LA, Stay Dangerous with AD. So tell me how that record came together, who produced it, and how you got, you know, clicked up with AD, because that's a friend of ours, and somebody from the city that's doing their thing as well. So how did that song come about? Who produced that motherfucking in the video and all that?
Okay, for sure, show, man. Shout out to AD, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Been knowing AD for a long time, you know what I'm saying, since like middle school. You know what I'm saying? You're a real good friend, you know what I'm saying? Been knowing bro for a while, and you know, and I worked on the album The Weekend too, and trying to get bro, you know, on the album, and I reached out to bro, and you know what I'm saying, bro reached back. So, you know what I'm saying, shout out to AD. And then you know what I'm saying, as far as who produced the record, you know what I'm saying, that would have to be Flames motherfucking beat.
Shout out to
you know
Flames.
what I'm saying, Flames beat, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Flames.
One of my, you know what I'm saying, most reliable producers that I can depend on.
For sure, for sure.
He helped build my sound just as D Nice did, and along with a few other people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, Flames beat is a monster. Produced damn near the whole first weekend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of joints on there that was big time. Like he did a record I did with Ab Soul, the Kickback record.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Flames Beats did that one. He did my new joint with FIFA, the Low Key.
I'm about to ask you that next. That was next. Okay. That was actually the next question. So you clicked up with FIFA, and I know FIFA's popping as well. He's getting to where he needs to be. So how did you link up with him, and how did that song come about, and the concept? Like was the song already made already? You just needed somebody to do the hook? Or how, like, what was the concept of the record?
Nah, shout out to Fief, man. You know, Fief, he been out here killing it, doing his thing as well. And you know, same thing. I was working on the weekend too. I reached out to bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro told me to pull up on him.
Okay.
I pulled up on him. You know what I'm saying? I pulled them Flames beats up.
It was there.
You know what I'm saying? We just vibe, and
that's
it was
the best
just
feeling, when that shit's organic, when you in the studio with somebody instead
we
of
was
just emailing shit and you really don't get the vibe and the energy of that shit. That's
nah,
hard.
shout out to Fief, man. We made some magic. We made 2 records that night.
Okay.
I got another one in the cut, and I ain't put it out yet.
All right, cool. So earlier on, I mean, one of the biggest records in the city, I think that should have got more play and should have got more love, in my opinion, was No Chaser with TEEFLII. So who produced that? I think D Nice produced that, right? Was it Nice the producer of that one, or am I wrong?
D Nice and Flames beats.
Okay, that's hard. Okay, so
they
you got both of
collabed
them
on it.
Okay, that's hard. So how'd you get TEEFLII? How'd you link up with TEEFLII, and how'd that shit come about? I think that shit should have been the one. I think that should have been bigger than what it was. So tell me how you feel about that record. How it came in that shit.
The thing is, well, with TEEFLII, you know, I've been knowing TEEFLII for a long time, since I was like 13. So I always had a relationship with bro. And then even early on when he started doing music, you know, way before he got his notoriety, you know what I'm saying, I used to be cooking up with bro a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we always had a rapport to where our chemistry is very good when we record together. So
okay.
Same thing, bro. Like, I'm working on a project. This was that record was 2013. So he was hot at the time. D Nice and Flames was hot at the time. So it just made perfect sense. Like,
okay,
you know, the ingredients in that song, you know what I'm saying, was just all perfectly aligned. It was just supposed to happen, and
yeah,
it kicked off and it did its thing, man. It got played on the radio. It was in Hollywood. Yeah, man, that shit was in. Man, that TEEFLII did his shit on there.
He smoked on that shit. He smoked on that shit.
He did his shit, man. We did that. We did that song together at his studio. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, cause
that's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out to Nipsey.
That was the first day I met Nip. One of the times I went to TEEFLII studio.
Tell us about that experience. Most niggas don't have those type of stories.
Nah, it was just you know, quick. You know what I'm saying? I think this was after I did No Chaser. I pulled back up on TEEFLII to get the session so I can get it mixed and mastered. What
Nip was? Was his bullets ain't got no names? Nip, was he still early on?
Nah, this was like 2013. So
okay.
This is actually, yeah, this is around when he was finna drop Crenshaw.
Okay, that's a great moment.
So
rest in peace, Nip.
Yeah, so I hopped out. It was him and a few other cats. outside of the studio before I went in, and I just shook all them dudes' hand like,
Yeah,
I'm Jinx, whatever.
yourself, yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. And
that's
then I ended up seeing him again, actually opening up for him when he dropped Crenshaw mixtape.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying. I opened up for him at a Crenshaw mixtape release party.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's hard.
shout out to DJ Goonie.
And then earlier on, a little earlier, you was on tour with Absol as well, and you got him to do a record called TWAG. Am I pronouncing that right?
Oh yeah, the song was called Twat,
So let me ask you this first.
but that was his record. It wasn't my record.
So it was a song already, and then you just jumped on it.
Shit, how that came about?
Before you even get to that, how did you even get on tour with him? Like, how did that, like, the relationship start before you even got to being
Well,
on the
the song
record?
came before the tour.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, the song came before the tour. But you want to know how I got on the tour? Or?
Yeah, how'd you get on the tour? How'd that song, like, was that song already made and he was like, I need a feature on it, Jinx, hop on it? Or was it like an influence, y'all niggas was in the studio vibing and it just happened that way? Like, how did the song happen?
Well, Dolo, shout out to Solo, man, that's my brother. Solo, you feel what I'm saying? He had the record already, you know what I'm saying, as far as what he wanted to do with it. And he had intentions on me being on there. Like I was already on there, like as far as I had ad-libs and I had a bridge at the end of the song that lottie-dottie, we likes to party, we might cause trouble, we might body somebody. Like I did that part first. I did that part first. I wasn't on the first verse originally. Somebody else was on the first verse originally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think my big bro really gave it up for me.
Yeah.
Because if you pay attention, in the first beginning of the record, he shout me out. You know what I'm saying? He say, Jinx, what up, my nigga?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He shout me out.
That was alley hoop. Yeah.
Because I didn't have a verse on the record at first.
Yeah.
I just had ad-libs. Like that part that say, I get high, she get low. That was me. First recorded that record. I was there that day, and I only did those parts. Yeah. But I wasn't on the first verse. It wasn't until later on some shit happened, and I don't really want to discuss it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't know if bro, you know what I'm saying? So some shit happened.
It worked out for you.
What an artist that people know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With another artist that, a famous rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say it. You dig what I'm saying?
Talk your talk.
I could, but I don't want to.
Talk your talk.
Out of respect for my brother.
All right, and then in high school, we went to high school together, and you was with TYGA early on, before he was TYGA. You feel me? He was before he was to the world is what we know him as. We kind of knew him earlier on, and you were doing songs with him. And when I said earlier in the podcast, at that time, that was a Lil Wayne era, and that was the time where Lil Wayne was heavily influenced, and that's all I wanted to hear. So when we used to all be in the car together, I remember, y'all used to play our songs. Y'all wanted to play our songs, and I didn't want to hear that shit because I was on Lil Wayne at that time. And in hindsight, it's like, damn, I should have been supporting.
Yeah, this nigga was a cold nigga, y'all. I used to come through like, yo, I just made some fire shit. Play my shit, bro. I'm recording records at my house. I'm like 16, 15 years old. The homie shattered my dreams completely.
At that time, Lil Wayne was like, man, he was
we
like,
was on Wayne though.
That was the thing.
You know
and then, in hindsight, like that's what I was telling earlier in the podcast.
That shit funny.
How much of an influence you were to me because I wasn't rapping at that time, and then you influenced me to rap. I remember you got me. I got Pro Tools. I didn't know how to work that shit. You came to my house and installed it on my computer and shit. Like basically doing shit you didn't have to do because a lot of at that time. It's competition. Everybody was trying to make that shit, bro. So it's like right now, focus on me. I ain't got time to be babysitting you or giving you tutorials on the game. Like I've been doing this shit. Like you know what I'm saying. Like so you didn't have to do that. So that's why I'm like forever indebted, to you and my love for you. Like how we rock. I'm always gonna support, whether I'm involved in this shit or not. I'm gonna always support it just based off of you was one of the first ones that I've seen and that I was actually next to and close to. That was actually doing music before I was into that shit. And then to come to my studio and install Pro Tools, I think it was Pro Tools 5 or something. That shit was basic as fuck. And then just to, take it to where we're taking it to now, that shit is definitely a blessing. So I just want to let you know that people know I appreciate that and shit. I always show love.
You already know it's all love,
That's
nigga.
a fact.
It's all love.
So tell me why sometimes in the city it's a lot of politics and artists don't collaborate. Why do you think Like we not more united as you think that we should be?
I don't know, bro. It's just
Like why, like how come niggas don't be doing songs with each
everybody
other? It's
just
like niggas could really be doing songs with each other and or just even fucking with each other, and that shit doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I can honestly say nowadays the younger generation, they doing it more. Like, so I give it to the youngsters, like the new wave of the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like they, you know, they really like, you know, collaborating and
Right.
fucking around. So the old heads, that's different. Like, you know, they still in their ways. They got their old ways still. So, you know what I mean? But I could say the new generation, you know, it might be sectioned off. It might be these 4 or 5 rappers that's from this area, or these 4 or 5 rappers that's from Compton, but they are from different hoods, or same vice versa from LA. Or they might be from the same hood, but they doing records with other niggas from other sections. So it's just like nowadays it's getting a little bit more better, but you still got that like people not wanting to work, bro. And to me, I just feel like people just want to be the top dog. Like everybody want to be the top dog. So it's so I ain't gonna help you, bro. Like, nigga, you harder than me, or you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, you got more money than me. I'm not gonna.
More potential.
Like, it's the fear of people. But if you comfortable in your own skin, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's like you comfortable in your own skin, bro. Like you ain't worried about no next person. Like you know, I'm doing me.
What frustrates you about the game? Like, what's some shit that's going on that you feel like, man, like that shit ain't supposed. This ain't, you know what I mean? Like. Even if based out of the city or just music in general, like what frustrates you on like the shit that you know you can do or bring, and it's just not probably being as recognized as other bullshit that kind of get popularized more so than actual real shit.
Shit, bro. I don't really get tied up in this shit like that, bro. Like, real talk. Like, what really irks me is really like the algorithm. I'll say that, bro. That shit irritates the shit out of me.
That is, but that shit is a big thing.
It's the shit that make y'all see shit that you ain't trying to see.
Yeah.
Because you like something similar to it.
Yeah.
So if you like the big booty girl,
you're gonna see it on your timeline.
You're gonna start seeing more big other booty girls.
You're gonna see
you dig what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So it's just like,
that's a fact.
You know what I mean? That's what I hate, because you know that shit is an agenda is being pushed. Something is getting pushed, and you know what I'm saying, that shit is clouding. It's like it's a cloud that's over other people that's trying to get up there. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so earlier on you started the Weekend series. Tell me where that name came from, and why is it called the Weekend, and why do you have sequels of the Weekend? What is that?
Shit, man, the Weekend, man, you know what I'm saying, I was just really trying to create something, like create a mixtape series brand, like you said. Like I was just trying to create a mixtape series that I could keep running up. And it really came from, just brainstorming on the project, like what I'm gonna call it, and then the lifestyle that I was living in that moment too. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at that time, I didn't have kids and all that, so I was really like wilding. So, you know what I'm saying, bro? And it was just like the weekend, what we do on the weekends in LA. You know what I'm saying? And me and Nice, we was politicking on it, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out what we was gonna call it. And you know what I'm saying, we came up with the Weekend, bro. And and that's why, like, what I was rapping about, Red Cups, a song called Red Cups. We always used to be at parties with the red cups. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Kickback. You know what I'm saying? We don't call them house parties, we call them kickbacks.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I named all them songs and all that shit for a reason. Cause it was like my life intertwined with a whole general outlook of a LA weekend, like what we do on the weekends in LA. So that's what it was about. Like that's where I got the whole shit from.
So tell me the balance of having kids and still chasing dreams, like the difficulties and trying to get to where you're going, but then still having personal life and having to deal with that. Like sometimes I know for myself, like sometimes that shit can slow you down sometimes, where you get wrapped up into one and you lose focus on the other one, or you push shit to the side and you miss out on a few things that you probably could have been involved in, or opportunities like, oh, I could have been at this show, or I could have went and met such and such, but I was here with the kids. Of course the kids come first, but just the balance of chasing a dream and having kids. Talk about that a little bit.
Man, it's a few ways to keep it balanced. I think one way I think is just to have a solid foundation in your home, whether you with your girl or not, your baby mama or not. Like, you know, if you with her, she gotta be understanding. If she not, she gotta be understanding. So it's just like, at the end of the day, if you don't got that understanding, then, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be pretty tough. But at the same token, you feel what I'm saying, you could bring them along too. You know what I mean? All depends how you move. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't brought my kids to some of my shows before. Depending on what type of setting it was.
For sure, of course.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's like, you know what I mean? It all depends on how you moving out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you just gotta have a solid foundation, buddy.
Okay. And I also see that you got Texas ties. So tell me, you know, the ties in Texas. You shot a video out there and all that, and like,
yeah, I love Texas. I love Texas,
where did
bro.
that come from? Is that just the
I love
Southern
Texas
hospitality, or like, what is that?
Shit, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. My grandpa, he from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, his father, my great grandfather, you know, all his siblings and all that, they all from Houston, Texas. So I actually got family ties and bloodline down there, but crazy, I never really met them. You know what I'm saying? But what's so crazy is not even knowing, like, when I grew up, like, I found out about the Texas, you know, family bloodline and all that. But to end up, like, befriending people out there that I met, you know what I'm saying, through different ways, and not even through my family and shit like that. So it's like, you know, that shit made me really feel like I was a part of that. Like, just you know what I'm saying, not really a part of that, I wouldn't say, like, just connecting with the niggas from Texas that I fuck with. It make me feel like you know, they not my bloodline from out there, but it's like, damn, I could feel the energy, like I could feel the love, like, damn, these niggas is cool, like, I rock with these cats. So it's just like, them my brothers, you know what I'm saying, all my niggas in Houston that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Zoe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Rizzo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Cam. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're my bros. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I love Texas. That's like a second home for me. Okay. Lightweight.
If you had a superpower, what would it be? If you got any superpower?
I only said if I had a superpower.
You can fly, you can disappear.
I'm gonna be like Superman.
Yeah.
Type nigga. What he got the
he can fly
with his body, his body or something like that. Like, he can't really,
like his armor.
That nigga bounce
he can
back.
Himself.
He be bouncing back all the time. But he got that one thing, that kryptonite. That's the only thing that's taking him out. So whatever Superman, I can't remember, but whatever Superman got, I want to be him. Yeah.
And he got Lois Lane too. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And the homie get to change into he be the regular homie.
Talk your talk. Okay, so if It's Gonna Be There podcast gave you a plane ticket to anywhere in the world, any country, any island, anything, where would you go and why?
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
These are actually random fan questions, by the way. I
don't even know, man. Probably shit, man. If I could go out the country, shit, man, I'd probably go to Africa somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, probably
the motherland.
Yeah, you know, for sure, man. Go see what that's about.
Like, for me, I probably go to Egypt. I want to see the pyramids. Like,
I want to see.
That was always a mystery to me. Like, how the fuck
Egypt,
did they build that?
Uganda. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What else?
Probably go to Sierra Leone too, where the diamonds is at.
Yeah, we can go to the nice places too, though. Don't get it
South Africa for sure.
That's a fact. I want to go see some other shit.
That's a fact.
The roots. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I want to go see the roots and the. You know what I'm saying? Where people.
Talk your talk.
The stumping grounds.
Talk your talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Favorite NBA player.
My favorite NBA player, man.
It can be from the 50s to all on to now.
Shit, Kobe.
He was an influence in the city. He was a staple.
Yeah, Kobe, man. Kobe, that's my dog.
Yeah.
For real.
Favorite football team. Are you a Laker fan, actually? You a Laker fan, or are you?
Hell yeah, Laker fan. My whole life.
Talk your talk.
My whole life.
NFL.
That's why I'm a Kobe fan.
All right, say no more. What's your football? What you into? Who you like?
Football?
Yeah.
I like the Eagles. Yeah, man. Philly, we in the building.
Yeah, talk.
On Philly.
I'm a Bronco fan. I get the concept for sure. That's a fact.
Yeah,
I should be Eagles fan too. If it's based off of that, I should be Eagles fan too. Bro.
Y'all won one off of
man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
All right.
Back Jones. Come on, man.
Yeah, y'all had a squad.
Come on, man. Talk
then.
that talk, man.
Y'all had TDE, Atwater.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp.
A whole lot of other cats.
Champ Bailey. Come on, we're going crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
John Lynch is
Champ
gonna be there
for sure.
Yeah.
And John Lynch for sure.
Talk your talk. So you recently just did a show, you know, in Lancaster with D3, Baby Stone Gorillas, and a few others. Tell me, I know that was your show, presenting them, you know what I'm saying, and bringing them and doing something for the community, for the kids. It was all ages and all that. So tell me your thought process on that and how you got to pull out a successful show where it was, you know what I mean, for the kids and all that.
Oh man, shout out to the team, man. You know what I'm saying? We executed a beautiful event for the kids.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna be there.
Yo.
It's gonna be there.
What do you think is missing from what you got going on that's gonna take you to the next level? What's missing that you think is missing, or what you need to get you to the next level?
Man, they just gotta come with that one again, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really been, all the shit I do, I feel like it go, you know what I'm saying, or unless I won't put it out, but, you know what I'm saying? Nigga just gotta have that same ingredients and that same feeling how I described when we had no chaser popping. So yeah. I just gotta have one of those moments again, you feel what I'm saying? And I think I'm building towards that moment.
Okay.
For sure.
So you feel confident in what you're doing right now?
Hell yeah. Hell the fuck yeah, man. Go listen to the weekend too. You dig what I'm saying? Out now on all platforms if you haven't.
So for somebody that's saying,
go look it up. Go look up the weekend too.
For somebody
2.5.
For somebody that don't know you or never heard you, that's the record. That's the mixtape to go to get to know you.
The whole weekend series. The whole weekend series and the gift.
The gift.
Gift fucking over shit.
Hey. I was heavily
and my nigga right here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He produced them there the whole tape. And that shit was on some hip hop shit. So for all the hip hop fans, all the backpack rappers,
a fact.
or who listen to a nigga music, be like, oh, you only make a certain type of music. Go check the gift out because that's gonna slap you right in the motherfucking face. And it's gonna be like, yo,
and I could
J.I. could really spit. Like J.I. could really spit.
Talk your talk.
You know what I'm saying? For real, bro.
And that shit was very special because I know that we did that shit together. It wasn't like niggas emailing you records. We sat in the studio and we was going back and forth. We had arguments and some records that probably didn't even make it. Like we started on a lot of shit that didn't make it before for that shit to come to fruition. Because that shit was based off of your birthday, right? Am I correct in that? That's why it was called The Gift, or was it just?
Yeah, because I released it on my birthday.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, so it was like a gift from me to you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it was my birthday, but I was giving y'all a gift. You know what I'm saying, with this dope music. So that's what it was. The album cover was like a present, a gift wrap. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
the
whole shit was hard. That's one of my favorite mixtapes. Like a lot of fans, like a lot of the fans, like that got hip to my shit off the Weekend Part 1. Yeah. And then they heard the gift.
That shit was so different.
They're like, wait, what the fuck? Like, that's the same nigga?
Yeah, it was different.
Like, this nigga come with a whole different type of swag. And that's what I like to do, bro. I like to show the versatility. I don't like to just rap one way. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if you rap one way and you catch a wave and you getting rich, by all means do your thing. You gotta milk the cow. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, nigga, your fans that really rock with you, they gonna want to be like, all right, nigga, what else you got? You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Versus
what else could you do?
Yeah, because they interested in you. So they just like, it's more than just.
We saw the fadeaway. Okay, but can you dunk? Can you do a finger roll? Can you cross a nigga over?
Yeah, man. Can you play some D, nigga? Can you block? You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Real talk, bro. Nigga want to know what else you got.
That's a fact.
That's how you know that you are great. Because people that listen to you and fans of you, they think you great. Yeah. They think something of you. So it's like, they expected something out of you.
You give them more ammo to talk about. It's like, oh, you only do that. No, you ain't seen that nigga. He can jump out the. You didn't see that last little shit. Right. Get the fans more ammunition to defend your name and be like real fans and supporters and have more shit to talk about. Basically, just putting up stats. And I feel like you've been putting up stats for a minute. I know I see the plaques around, and you got over 100,000 views on the weekend. So tell me about that accomplishment and just getting over 100. That's a lot, bro. Especially coming from where we come from. That's definitely an accomplishment.
All organic, man. Yeah. All first and foremost, I want to say shout out to Joey. Okay. I always gotta say that, man. I rock with Joey, man. That's my boy, Joey. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's still over there at Live Mixtapes or not, but you know what I mean. He used to work for Live Mixtapes, and he the one who got my music on that platform. You know what I'm saying? Joey.
Okay,
my man Joey, man. So shout out to Joey, man. I love Joey because he put all, you know, he rocked with me the long way, man. And he put all my mixtapes on live mixtapes. So you know what I'm saying? Joey is a nigga that I fuck with, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm always grateful for him for doing that for me, man. And you know what I'm saying? Because that was like my first. Out of all the years I've been doing that shit, bro, that was like my first time really like getting my music on a big platform, like a mixtape website,
sponsored, right? And all that shit,
like a mixtape website, right? So, yeah, bro, that shit was big, and because of the features that I had too on the mixtape,
talk your talk,
along with, like I said, everything was the right time. Like the people who I had on it, they was hot at the time, and it was just, everything was just right. So it was like, it did probably like 30 to 50,000 when it came out the first year. So then after that, the whole time to now, it got over.
That's when you know you got something
100,000.
Over time, it grows instead of it just in a moment.
Staying.
After that, it just fades away. That shit grew.
Yeah, cause like when it first dropped, it did like, I think the first month it did like 30, and then like after a while, like a few months, it was like 50K, and I was geeked. I was like, man, my shit at 50K. Like what the fuck? Yeah, like my shit ain't never ever
that shit
ever
going crazy,
right? So then over time, I just stopped. I never looked at it. Like I just recently looked at this shit like some months back when I got the plaque. Like that's when I look back at it. Like damn, hold up, making my shit over 100 and fucking 11. It was over, like you know, 111,000, some shit like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy.
So let me ask you this: as an artist, what's the, like in your perspective, what's the difference between creating a mixtape and an album? Like what's your thought process of going into the two?
To me, man, a motherfucking album ain't until you get motherfucking signed, my nigga.
Okay.
Period.
Because most niggas be independent. Like my album about to drop, get my album. Is that just like talk, like the talk? But as far as the standard,
when you
like,
independent, you could call that shit whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Because you doing you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like, you call it a mixtape, you call it an album.
That's a fact.
You do what you want to do. Nigga, you eating off this shit. You ain't nobody controlling what you doing. But when you sign to a major label, nigga, they're coming out with an album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the big artists, nigga, they dropping albums. Nigga, they don't drop mixtapes in between. They don't, like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that industry with them. You know what I'm saying? Like with them, you know what I'm saying? But people that's on the underground, they basically doing that. Like they dropping mixtapes in between shit. They, you know, they running it up, and you know what I'm saying? Some big artists do it, but not a lot. But you know what I'm saying? They just come out with their albums. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, like a Dot. Like a, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dot. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Dot ain't coming out with no tapes.
If y'all know who Dot is, that's Kendrick. We call him K-Dot. If you from the city, you know who we talking about. But that's definitely Kendrick, you know, for the mainstream
Dot,
listeners.
He ain't coming out with no, you know what I'm saying, with those tapes and all that. You know what I'm saying? He coming out, everything he putting out is an album.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you on that type of level, that's why I say that's really considered an album to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you, other than that, it's just mixtapes.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So tell me the pros and cons of signing to a major or just staying indie.
Like, a lot of pros and cons. It all depends what you want to do.
What's the pros of being signed to a major?
To me, I just feel like, bro, it's all on your demand. What you coming in the game with? If you coming in the game with a name, you got more leverage. If you don't come in, if you coming in the game as a no name, you ain't got really no leverage. It ain't really too many people. You know what I'm saying? A&Rs that I'm talking about that really believe in cats that's really gonna push like what the artists want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta come in there with some leverage, and then that's gonna make the label like, okay, we want a piece of your pie. You don't really need us, but we want a piece of your pie. So what do you want? You know what I'm saying? To sign with us. So that's the best way to come in the game with that leverage. And how you gain that leverage is, you know what I'm saying, multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? Gaining your fan base and gaining a core fan base, and really selling out shit, selling out merch, selling out shows, selling out your mixtapes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And really building that core fan base, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? That's how you really demand that leverage. You know what I'm saying? That's how you can go in there and talk your shit and get what you want out your deal. Other than that, if you a young nigga with potential and they see potential in you, they might give you a bag. Other than that, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to settle for the bullshit artist deals.
That's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
fact. Cause I always look at that shit as like either you a stadium artist or you a club artist, and that's the separation of the type
Stadium
of music
artist
you make.
is the album niggas.
Yeah, it the
I
type
just
of
told
music
you.
make. Yeah,
You could go to the club off a mixtape.
That's a fact.
You go to the club. I just
That's a
dropped my
fact.
new mixtape. I'm in the club on real.
Yeah.
I'm in the mixtape, blood on real.
Yeah.
You feel me? You in the club off the mixtape you
separation.
just dropped.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You hear me?
That's a fact.
Albums they going in the stadiums.
That's a fact.
Ain't no mixtape homies going in the stadiums like that.
That's a
That
fact.
could just do what Kanye and Drake just did at the LA Coliseum.
Yeah, a regular average nigga
That's
can't
the
do
album
that.
homies.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
The big
Them the
boys.
album homies.
That's a separation. That's the big boys.
That's what you talking about.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So, what's your recording process? How do you come to the thought process of your records? How do you create them? Like, is it a thought first, where you just you at home chilling, and driving, and you just get to the studio and you lay down what you thought, or is this all organic? When the beat come on, you just go for that?
Yeah, bro. I'm like the most randomest rapper ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is like, I go through spurts to where I don't record at all. Like, even right now, like, I haven't recorded since like September.
Okay.
It's December right now. I
Yeah.
haven't recorded not one song.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But when I do start recording songs, I go in from like probably in 2 weeks, I'll have like 22 songs.
Okay. So when you,
You know
do
what I'm saying?
record, you
So it's
overload
like-
and you going.
I go,
So you-
yeah,
you only record when
I-
you feel inspired.
Because of the fact that I don't write, and I haven't been writing songs for like 7 years consistently now, like 7 going on 8 years. I really been not writing, and it was the gift. Everything from the gift on up, I didn't write. The weekend one, I wrote. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I wrote
Okay.
the weekend one. That was my last mixtape that I wrote. That
Okay.
one ain't On My Way, but On My Way never came out. So
Got you.
I started working on the gift after that, and then the gift I didn't write because I had my own studio and I was
That's a fact.
living in that motherfucker.
That's a fact. That was
so
a good time.
I was just in there experimenting, like sharpening that up, because I always knew how to do it, like not write and make a song, but I was just like, you know, trying to perfect it. Like, okay, hold on, let me really get in here and try to perfect this shit,
Yeah.
because I smoked so much weed, bro. I've been smoking weed since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound good. That don't sound good.
This shit is legalized now. It's actually
You know what I'm saying?
acceptable.
But I'm saying back then I was younger, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I wasn't supposed to be doing it, but I was doing it, bro. And you know, from then to now, it's like a nigga brain be like, I forget shit fast. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, bro. I'm trying to do a record, and I don't even have the patience in my mind to the capacity to write it down. Like, I gotta spit this shit out,
get it out
right now
in real
because,
time.
In real time, because the way that I because the way that I don't write it down, and then I go off the first thing I say. So literally whatever, I don't think about it too much. Like, I don't think too hard with this shit.
Yeah.
I don't really overthink it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't overthink this shit. My first thing is trying to get the melody. I try to get the melody first. Once I get the melody of how I want to go with it, then I just start saying whatever I want to say. Like,
That's
I just
fill
say
the words
anything.
in. You just really
You know what
like
I'm
fill in the blank. Do you feel like you get the respect you deserve?
Oh man, you know, I get more respect from people that don't really know me. You know what I'm saying? Like people that, you know me from afar. You know, I would say I get more respect from them, you know, more than people that I would probably know. You know what I'm saying? Since my whole life and shit like that. But with that being said, I don't know, bro, a 50-50 thing, because you got big time rappers that's on my coast. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, from the city that know me and respect me. But then you might have some other dudes that might be up and coming like me who don't. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a 50-50 thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that shit is like a balance, bro. But I never pay attention to that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it is what it is, man.
All right. If anybody in the world, dead or alive, that you can collaborate, who would it be and why?
Nah, man, Lil Wayne, man.
Lil Wayne?
Man, that's easy.
Yeah. I think that's probably a lot for everybody. Why is it Wayne?
Yeah, man,
And not
because
Michael
Wayne,
Jackson
man,
or somebody like.
I had to say just Wayne, because although I say it's easy. It is kind of hard because, like you said, you say a nigga like Mike, and you right. But
anybody
at the same
in the
time,
world, like any fucking body.
But I have to say Lil Wayne, man.
Lil Wayne is heavy influence.
I have to say Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne is just like, bro, like his mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like I need to tap in with blood, like you know what I'm saying? What's Bracken, Weezy? Like, hold on, man. Like a nigga need to tap in.
That's a fact.
Try to pick your brain, bro, because it's
like. That's a fact.
You know, niggas don't know niggas personal, but when you just hear that creativity through that music like that, the way he was getting down and the run he was on, it was like one of the best runs ever. And multiple people had big runs.
He can do it. He can do it.
He can do it. I would like to fuck with 50 too. 50 would be my second person, bro.
50
Wayne or 50 would be the niggas that I would love to like fuck with them niggas, bro, and tap into their brains and really listen to them niggas talk and get game from, because them, to me, bro, even 50 on the music, like 50 business is impeccable, but Wayne and 50 like creativity on the mic, oh man, them niggas was something different.
Give me a glory story. This is a segment where we have in our podcast where we have a horror story and a glory story. Give me a glory story where you felt like, man, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Or it can be a studio session, it can be somebody you met. Just a situation where you felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, man, when I got on tour, man, I say that because I've been striving for one of those goals my whole life. Like I pretty much kind of accomplished a lot of my goals except for one and that's signing a record deal. You know what I'm saying? I never signed a record deal ever. So, that'll be like still on my list, but at the same time to just to check that off. But I pretty much, by me being on tour, that solidified me like, I'm supposed to be doing this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because people start singing my lyrics and shit like that. I see the reaction like that. That shit was, I never had that feeling before, bro. And that shit was just like fake. It was fake to me. Like, I'm living in a dream. Like, damn, bro, this shit. Nigga, I dreamed to this day before. Nigga,
and then to actually see it, like that's a different feeling.
You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy.
That's hard.
I'll for sure say that.
Okay, what about a horror story? Something like, man, this game, niggas be doing some weird shit. Niggas is weird. Like, this shit just turn me off from the game sometimes. Like, I
ain't gonna lie, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just people that you kind of grew up with in the game. People get into certain statuses. And you would never think that they'd change. So when you hear certain rappers or different people like say, oh, I ain't gonna never change on my hood, or I ain't gonna never do that, and then you really see that shit for your own eyes, like, yo, hold up, man, like I used to rock with dude, and
right,
you know what I'm saying, dude really changed. But sometimes as you grow older, you get to understand like why dudes changing. At that moment you might be like, damn, you mad at the nigga and why he change up on the homies, but now when you get older you realize like, yo, I understand why he did that, so you don't be as mad. But in the moments, it's like, you thought you was squad, like you thought we was tied in, locked in. But so when people act like that, and that don't even got really nothing to do with music, it just got to do in real life. Motherfuckers get big bags of money. Motherfuckers got a better job than you. They got a better car, better house than you. Same thing, bro. It's the same thing. So it's just like people just act weird on people. I don't really, you don't
fuck with that.
I can't fuck with that.
I think this is very influential for the city and what we got going on right now, because we can talk for hours, you know what I'm saying, but I know he's a busy guy. So just the fact that we can, give y'all the game, that's what this is based off of, giving y'all the game, giving y'all insights and stories of behind the scenes shit, like stuff that goes on behind the music. Because sometimes as consumers, y'all get the finished product, you just hear the song and I love this song, but you don't know what it took for that song to get to you and all the stories and stuff behind it. So that's really what this podcast is based off of, giving you insight and game for all the up and coming people that want to do podcasting or just music in general. You can kind of get a blueprint, or you can kind of get a visual of what to expect in the game and what you gonna go through, and or even what it takes to get to that level that you're trying to get to. So we definitely interviewing most of the influential like people, whether it's music, whether it's producers, engineers, CEOs, clothing, or whatever it is. As long as you're creative, we definitely want to interview you. So I want to thank you again for being on the podcast. You know, just based off of friendship, there's a lot of shit you done for me that I always tell you in privately, but just publicly, just from the verses that you send me if I ask you for a verse in my project. The conversations we have, of course, we're not going to talk about what we talk about, but and we've been doing this shit for a long time. Like I told y'all earlier, like he inspired me to do this shit. He put, you know, Pro Tools on my computer for me to be able to record. So to be at this point now, I just want to say thank you again for everything you did for me.
Likewise, man.
I just want to let people know about that.
You know what I mean? We rocking, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit for life, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't gonna change, bro. We gonna keep grinding, keep working, and then, you know what I'm saying, keep making a way for our families, man. That's all we could do.
Talk your talk. So now we got quick questions. One or the other, recording or performing?
I like both, man.
Yeah,
I like both. Hell yeah, man.
Okay,
for sure, man. Cause that's my natural, you know what I mean, ability. Like, you know what I'm saying, to be out there performing. I've been entertaining for, you know, a long time. So yeah, performing is a fucking feeling that, you know, it's good and bad. Like I didn't performed 1,000,000 times and then like performed at a big show and got the butterflies. Like damn, like nigga, I done did this shit 1,000,000 times already. What the fuck?
Why am I feeling like that?
Like this shit crazy.
It should be easy at this point.
Yeah, but nigga, and even though I consider myself a professional, you know what I mean? Like yeah, bro, I still get sometimes a nigga get, but when I go out there, it go away for sure.
Anticipation.
I just black out into a whole different place and I don't even think of who I am.
Yeah.
Cause that's what happened when I went on tour with Solo. Like I really think my stage performance is what made him take me on tour with him. Okay. Because I knew that I was gonna do the LA shows. Like I wasn't going on tour. For sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, they started to tour off in the East Coast. They came to the West Coast. Bro told me like, look, I'm gonna bring you out, you know what I'm saying, Santa Ana and Ventura. You can do the LA show. I'm like, for shit show. So I'm like, cool. I knew that. I was satisfied with that. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So the fact I came out, the fact that I came out Santa Ana at the observatory, I came out and killed it, bro. And it was like just electrifying. And I was kicking it on the bus afterwards, and you know what I'm saying, my nigga Dolo, you know what I'm saying, came back and told the homie Do, like, you know what I'm saying, what's up with Jinx, man? Jinx rolling. And then, you know, the homie came back to me, Do came back to me like, man, Jinx, you rolling? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm surprised. Like, what you mean I'm rolling? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nigga, you going to the rest of the way? You want to go on the rest of the tour? I'm like, what? Hell yeah. Like, nigga, what time y'all niggas leaving from right here? Oh, whoopty whoop o'clock. I'll be right back. Nigga, I went back to the crib, nigga. You know what I'm saying? My baby mama was pregnant with my daughter, nigga. I didn't even know I was leaving, no nothing. I left, went to my crib, bro. Woke my baby mama up. Shit. Told my girl, man, I'm finna bounce up out of here. I'm sorry, I'm gonna explain to you in like an hour or so. This is what's going on right now. But I got to go. I'm finna go on tour. She like, what? Sleep? Just woke up. Like, all right, whatever. Okay, be safe. Call me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, nigga, it was a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homies.
All right, say no more. Producer wise, Larry J or DJ Mustard?
Shit, man. Shout out to Larry J, man. Shout out to Larry J, man. But I'm gonna probably have to go with Mustard just because, you know, I had a record with him. Okay. Indie or signed? Ooh, that's hard. Man, back in the days, I would have said signed probably because of the way that the industry went. But now I'm gonna say indie because of the way the industry is
now. Social media, you kind of like direct to consumer.
You can boom indie. You can boom.
You can basically get on your social media and be like, hey, meet me here, I'll be here, and then your fans is a direct.
All you gotta do is just kind of, you know, go viral, get seen, get that attention,
and it's gonna be there.
You don't even need no label because you got all the fans that's gonna just buy directly from you.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No middleman.
Of course, we're all from the same city, so it's all love. But Kendrick or Boogie?
I'm gonna go with Dot.
K Dot. Okay. Being behind the scenes or being the face of the business?
Depends on what you want to do. Shit. You know, some people want to be in the limelight. Some niggas want to be in the back.
Okay.
Which one you gonna be?
Okay. Which one you gonna be? That's a fact. That's a fact. 50,000 followers or $50,000 cash.
Ooh, 50,000 cash,
sometimes clout
baby.
Be low key more than money. Sometimes I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm gonna go with the 50 cash, man.
Yeah, 50 cash.
Because I'm gonna go ahead and invest it, and
you can double it up.
I could buy me $50,000. I could buy 50,000 followers.
That's a fact. That's
you feel me? I could buy 50,000 followers for not that much.
This one gonna be low key crazy. A Grammy or a platinum plaque?
Ooh.
Come on, man. Both of those is like solidified. Like that's like
I want both, nigga. I want both,
All
nigga.
right, talk your talk.
I
Talk
want
your talk.
both.
Talk your talk.
Facts.
Talk your
but
talk.
That plaque though is residuals. That's how you know you made it to residual level. When you get a platinum record, that's how you know. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, this shit is forever. That you know, that's a residual check. You
that's
know what I'm
saying? Last question.
Say it again.
Last question. What's next for Jinx?
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? What's next for me is, you know what I'm saying, I got a new EP on the way. You know what I'm saying? I will be dropping it soon, first quarter. You know what I'm saying? The beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna be dropping some new visuals. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come with another show. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We gonna just run it up, man. We got a lot of things going this year coming up, bro. You know, just be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? Follow me at Young Jinx, YUNGJINX. You feel what I'm saying? Go to my website, youngjinx.com. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with everything.
And that's a fact. And all his socials, all his information gonna be at the bottom of the screen, so y'all can just tap in. It's definitely gonna be in the bio of the YouTube page.
Yeah.
This is about artists or just people in general that's creatives, that's doing dope things that I think is dope for the city. Or just, you can be from anywhere. It's just doing dope shit and pushing the culture forward. So I want to thank you again, longtime friend. This is my boy Genius. So all my secret millionaires, tapping one, bro. If y'all haven't already, this is another episode. It's gonna be their podcast, and like I said, this is sponsored by LARAPTV. So
and also, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the good people at LARAPTV. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's a good blog site covering LA underground rappers. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all go follow them at LARAP.TV on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? They got everything West Coast for you over there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to It's Gonna Be There podcast. You know what I'm saying? Genius and all that. You know what I mean? We going big.
Yeah.
Young J.I. man.
That's a fact.
Ujima Records.
And It's Gonna Be There. We out of here.
You ain't from LA if you ain't on LA Rap TV.